folks? 6CT here, live back once again on this very hot Friday evening. It is 6 p.m. as always. You can listen to me live here on TalkShoe.com. Let me tell you how hot it is right now here in the DMV. That's D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. For those who don't know. It is right now, it is 99 degrees right now, about to be 100. So, honestly, I'm inside with the nice little fan going and all this type of stuff. So, I'm completely cool. I'm hoping you guys are cool too. And I hope you guys have power as well because, there's still people out there who don't have power right now. And hopefully you are having power. And if you're not have power, you're not listening to me. Unless you're, right now you have power and, just got power back and, later on in the weekend, which when I'm uploading my podcast up to YouTube and Blip. So, hopefully everything is all right where you are at, where you're at right now. Anyway, let's get on to the subject now and what are we going to be talking about today? Let's talk about, the big news is going on right now. Kenny King. Yes, Kenny King, ladies and gentlemen. This was one of the most shocking things. I heard about this yesterday. Like he was going to go to, first I thought he was going to be, doing a little dark match or something, maybe fight against Robbie E. and make him look decent. That's what I thought it was going to be that's what, this, that, the other. But then I hear this stuff that he's going to actually be competing on television. I'm like, wait a minute. He's supposed to be in Ring of Honor, and I thought they had contracts and such, make sure those guys would be just there for Ring of Honor and just there for Ring of Honor, that sort of thing. Since he's just now the tag team, just made, Kenny King, and, we have not known, Kenny King is a tag team champion with his partner, Red Titus, in Ring of Honor. And, wow. And then he won the titles recently. It is downright, Ring of Honor, which this company who honestly is not doing too well, and I'll get more into that later. But this right now, Kenny King, with his partner, won the tag team belts at Best of the World, Hostage Crisis. They won the tag team belts from world's greatest wrestling's greatest tag team. And now he's in TNA. It looks like he might be signing a deal there as well. And I come to find out that he only had a handshake, a verbal agreement deal with Ring of Honor, not a signed contract, and he was free to negotiate with other people. So he took the money around supposedly with Ring of Honor. Apparently, supposedly, TNA didn't even knew about this stuff that was going on with Ring of Honor, saying the whole contract deal. They said, he got that all squared away. I doubt that. I doubt that. I think they must somehow. I think they knew, but I don't know. That's my personal opinion. But it looks like to me that they knew at least something of it. But if they didn't really know, then yeah. This is, honestly, I don't know what TNA should do in this situation. Personally, I think they should sign him. Heck, I think they should have signed him a long time ago because I think Kenny King is, probably one of the best guys in the Indies right now. Heck, he's one of the best guys in the Indies in a good long while. So I think it's going to really, really be something that TNA, something a really good star they have here. But the thing of Ring of Honor right now, I didn't know how bad a shape they are. Because I didn't know Ring of Honor was in this bad shape. People actually start to leave. Because there are some people out there right now that some want to leave. Like, I think, because I heard but actually this actually has happened that they had to cancel some events, like in Charlotte, North Carolina, some of their events because too few people are showing up. Then you have the PPV disasters with Best in the World, not Best in the World to fix that, but right around Border Wars, which was some people were just so pissed off at that I'm never watching the show again. Even they got a free ticket, free joint, and even before Border Wars, there was still some in the pay-per-view crashes, in the pay-per-view problems as well. I mean, they didn't have this stuff when they went on Go Fight TV. I'm saying they never really had these problems. But now it seems like they have a lot more of these problems. I don't know. And now you have supposedly all this sort of stuff happening. And besides the point, I mean, personally, as the product, as much as I love Kevin Steen, and Kevin Steen is bringing some life to Ring of Honor, more often than not, I'm just bored by most of the product. Everyone has this super serious attitude with this whole thing. It just seems to me that Ring of Honor has just, quite honestly, not really filling in the product, because it just seems like they're trying to really amp up the seriousness of pro wrestling, which I get. I understand that. But I just think it's not really good for a way for a wrestling company to be. Like, you have to show some personalities. I mean, heck, even the most serious sports has like their personality and fun guys or what have you. And don't make no mistake about it. I'm not trying to clarify what Kenny King did was not scummy. Yes, it was. It was probably one of those. It just like it was probably one of the most horrible things you could do, just to shake a person's hand and say a verbal handshake deal and then just stab him in the back. That's a real cruddy thing to do. And quite honestly, I don't really I don't see why some people were like, I can see why a lot of people are upset at him. But, I mean, because like I said, that's something really really a cruddy thing to do. But if he felt that, I just actually, when I watched this video, Full Case of Tales ANX, and I'll put it's a High Spots video, and let me tell you something. It's really, really interesting to hear what he has to say. And I just discovered this video, and I'll probably put the link in the description about where this video about his full case, about King. Like, he actually had some interview actually a couple months ago with King and Titus, and they just talked about Ring of Honor and Sinclair. And well, let's be honest, they didn't like. They supposedly, you can look at their body language, both Titus and King did not seem to really are really positive with their company, and they don't like the direction of their company, and that's what it is. He doesn't really seem a lot of positive stuff. It is, and it is. A lot of people are getting a lot of upset with. Again, it just seems that a lot of people are upset. I think a lot of Ring of Honor fans are going to be upset. A lot of people around Ring of Honor can be upset, and I only hope that Kenny King made the right decision and signed. Hopefully, he gets signed with TNA and does all he needs to do. And I hope Ring of Honor can recover this. And I hope they can look at this and say maybe we can start a push for Red Titus, because this makes him probably one of the most sympathetic guys out there. And I really hope they don't punish him. Because he was just like, he had nothing to do with it. I mean, I bet he tried to talk to him, try to convince him to stay, but honestly, he couldn't do it. So I don't think he should be at fault. I hope that they're not going to punish Red Titus because of this. I'm really hopeful that they don't do punish them. And my position is that I hope Kenny King made the right decision. I hope he signed to them. He gets a big deal about it. And everything else. And hopefully people will quite honestly I would have people's feels about it, because I want people hear about the comments and everything about Kenny King and everything else. And by the way, JR Jerosis13 here in the chat room. What's up, Jerosis13? Was here thoughts about Kenny King and about the whole situation in Ring of Honor. Or you're just a new guy listening. And if you are, it's Dukect Lounge. I talk mostly about pro wrestling, but also the other stuff like maybe other sports, NFL, video games. Slice of life type of show. I hope you enjoy that. Anyway, what I see this as when I close the book here with this Kenny King situation, what I really hope is that hopefully Kenny King gets his, hopefully he gets signed with TNA, and hopefully Ring of Honor learns from this, signs, make sure every type of agreement they have is now signed in paper. Make sure that the entire thing and all this other stuff, make sure they never get caught with their pants down ever again. And have their guys sign a contract. I don't care if it's on a pamphlet. Make sure they sign every type of agreement whatsoever. Anyway, that's what I have to say about that Kenny King situation. Hopefully, there's going to be more information about that, and if not, we got more people. If not, hopefully, I really hope that a better situation for Ring of Honor, a teachable moment that they learn something, and hopefully something positive comes out of this. Anyway, I'm going to take a smaller break. You're going to be listening to some OC Remix. I'll be right back, and I'll be talking about TNA. Once again, I'll be talking about Destination X and previewing that pay-per-view. And we'll be right back here on the Dukect Lounge. And we are back live here on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining us. Our phone number, once again, is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444. Call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417 The call ID is 92417. Thank you so much for joining me, and hope you're liking this stuff. Anyway, let's move on to Destination X, the review that Kenny King will be a part of, and will be a part of the whole thing. Let's look at all the crazy stuff about what's going to happen, and let's look at the entire card of Destination X, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. First things first, we're going to be looking at Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle. These two guys have major history with each other. This Bound for Glory Series matchup, both guys former X Division champions, the man who defeated, the thing is, not only that, but Kurt Angle, the man who defeated Samoa Joe to beat him on his undefeated streak. And Samoa Joe defeated Kurt Angle to become his first reign of being TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And now they're both in the Bound for Glory series. They're trying to get back into the World Championship picture. I have Samoa Joe coming right back here because he is in second place. I have Samoa Joe picking the pinfall victory and becoming, well, still with and still having that huge lead. That's why I think Samoa Joe will win here. Kurt Angle will. I think he'll lose. I think he's going to be in the middle of the pack because I don't think Kurt Angle, as big as he is, as popular he is, I don't see Kurt Angle being in the top four. I think it's going to be Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, James Storm, and the Pope, that's what I would have. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kurt Angle picks up the victory. He continues on to the Bound for Glory series, and that sort of thing. But anyway, I have Samoa Joe picking up the pinfall victory, getting him 7 points. Next up is the most stupidest storyline ever match. The Daniels versus Styles last man standing match. Again, that's AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels. How many times have we seen this match, ladies and gentlemen? If the answer is too damn much, you're correct. Now, don't get me wrong. I love both of these guys, and I think these guys are probably going to have one hell of a show. But here's the problem. I just don't care anymore. And this storyline with Claire Lynch has made this even worse. And it looks like they're going to finally ignore the whole thing, and the whole storylines about Claire Lynch and everything. Since AJ just last Impact lied, just say, they were all just lies. All of them. Lies by Daniels. Even though, no, and by the way, I'm drinking Deer Park water. I'm not drinking an apple teeny. They're not that cool. That's probably the only positive thing out there. Daniels with his apple teenies, just drinking them right before matches. Oh, goodness, I love that. Anyway. Yeah, that horrible storyline. Daniel Styles, I hate it. I still hate it. And I'm hopeful they just move on. No one talk about it. And even more still about that storyline is that they could have easily got that thing situated. Just say, hey, we're trying to help a girl, with drug problems, and we just want to keep it on the down low. That sort of thing. Hush, hush. You know what I mean? They could have did that. The whole situation, the whole rigmarole, Surge knocking out Styles. Would not have happened. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a stupid wrestling fan on the internet, which, doesn't count for much. But anyway, I think this match was good. And I have, maybe for the miracle, maybe I have Daniels winning because it would be nice. But AJ's going to win because AJ owns Daniels. I still think Daniels as a face. I still think Daniels as the face and AJ as a heel would have been so much better. But that's just my personal opinion. Then we get, we have the Destination X tournament to crown a new TNA X Division champion. And I have to say, as a lot of people, we already talk about Kenny King. What about the other people in this tournament? We have Sanjay Dutt. We have Sanjay Dutt. We have Sanjay Dutt. Um, yeah, so I did that. Yeah. Let's see. Flip Casanova. Let's see. Let's see. Um, we have Zima Ion, Kid Cass, Doug Williams, Flip Casanova, Kenny King, Rashid Cameron, Son J. Dutt, and actually the Last Chance Fatal 4-Way. There's going to be a Last Chance Fatal 4-Way. As Dakota Darsal versus Rubix. Yeah. Versus Lars Only, which, wow, that name is just terrible. Seriously, and one of the guys I know he's probably bigger than Indies or high, but seriously, he looks like a blonde-haired version of the one-man rock band Heath Slater. Seriously, I'm not making this up. Seriously, it looks like he's like his long-lost twin brother. I'm not going crazy, but anyway, make that the distinction, if you will. And last but not least, Mason Andrews. I have Mason Andrews winning because no one wants to care about Dakota Darsal, whatever his name is. He sucks. Rubik's, maybe Rubik's, but Lars Only, God, just for his name alone, he should be disqualified. Lars Only. And was that the best he can do? I'm sorry. It's probably the worst name I've seen ever as a. Seriously, people want to make fun of Flip Casanova, which I'm going to get to him, talk about him for a minute as a bad name. But Lars Only, my goodness, that is probably one of the worst professional wrestling names I've heard in a mainstream wrestling promotion. Really, I think that goes really, it's just, can you just call him Lars? I'll just call him Lars. Not Lars Only, seriously. It's just terrible. Well, God forbid that's the guy's real name, which, I would have gone to the court and tried to change that name quick, fast, and hurry, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's talk about Flip Casanova for a minute. Flip Casanova. This guy. This person who is so if you haven't seen the Dakota Darsal Flip Casanova match, let me tell you, it was terrible. Dakota did not really, I don't know, they were on so much different wavelengths, and the fact that Flip, just did so many flips, have no real connection to each other. It's like he was trying to show out to be the best guy, but in the end was just trying to do his best stuff, but in the end it just made both of them look terrible. And his flips look completely unsafe. My real hope, is that Flip Casanova get some more training done, because I really think that Flip Casanova is he does have some talent, and I hope that he can get better. But when I saw that, it was completely sloppy. It was terrible, and I hope that TNA, if he gets a repeat showing, he shouldn't be booked by TNA never again. And if he wants to get hired, he goes to OVW, and they iron that crap out. That is what they need to do. That's my personal opinion. And one more thing to talk about after Destination X. Who's going to win the whole thing? Well, I think Kenny King's going to win it, and maybe getting a few with Zion, which I think he will win it. And then that will be because Zion will probably win it around the time with Jesse Sorensen will probably come back. I think that was going to be the plan. And then Kenny King challenge with maybe have Jesse Sorensen, be the first guy to lose it. That miracle moment, because I think that'll be interesting. But anyway. That's how I book it, but I don't know. Anyway, that's far in the future. Anyway, let's get down to the main event as we look at the TNA World Heavyweight Championship match as the It Factor of professional wrestling, Bobby Roode, taking on the greatest man that has ever lived, A Double, Austin Aries. Now, I don't know. This is something I don't know. I think, honestly, give Aries the belt right now. Give him the belt. Roode has been great. I think honestly, who's gonna face after this? I think maybe have Aries get like a 2-3 week, no, not 2 week, like 1 or 2 month run, then have Rude take the belt from him at Hardcore Justice or something. I don't know why they keep calling it. Bang it's better than Hard Justice. Have him take the belt at Hard Justice. Have him lose the rematch at No Surrender, and then he has Aries can feud with who else can he feud? Maybe have him feud with maybe Kazarian or something. Kazarian's jealous at Aries and stuff like that. He screws Aries at No Surrender, and then bam, we have a matchup bound for glory. Aries versus Kazarian. Hey, you know what? I think that's pretty good, if you ask me. Anyway, that's my personal opinion. I think it's gonna be a great pay-per-view. I'm gonna be ordering it. Hopefully you guys will order it too. And yeah, this is it. This is it for me for this Dukect Lounge. I know it's only a TNA edition. I promise you next week I'll be talking about the WWE. That's why I'm going to be previewing the WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view event. Thank you so much for listening. This is Duke CT here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.